Hello everyone, my name is Bella Bablumi and I'm the founder of the Embody Wellness Institute, and today I'd like to wish you a very happy Earth Day. As a health and wellness expert, behavioral change specialist, I work with people on a day-to-day basis to transform all this vast interdisciplinary knowledge out there that's sometimes very confusing into actionable steps on how to change your health and wellness, prevent chronic diseases. So while I do this with individuals for their health and wellness, they're actually the same steps that we need to take to protect our environment. Because what we consume, what we put into our bodies, what we put on our bodies, and what we surround ourselves with in terms of clothing that we use, cleaning products, all of that is actually influencing not just your health and well-being, but the health and well-being of our environment, of our Mother Earth. And that in turn is going to bring you more health and wellness. If our environment is healthy, if it's free from all the pollutants and toxins, you're going to be much healthier. We are experiencing an epidemic of increase in chronic diseases and mental health problems. And I firmly believe that it's intricately connected to the deteriorating health of the Mother Earth. So what are the steps that we can take to really change this? I think the most important determinant is actually what you consume. So choosing nutrients that are, real whole foods, plant-based as much as possible. I'm not necessarily saying that everyone should go vegan or vegetarian, but choosing plant-based and picking from organic or regenerative, which is even better, locally sourced, seasonal produce that's produced by small farmers is going to support practices that are keeping the soil from being depleted. And it's also bringing you much more nutrients. It's bringing you foods that are going to nourish you instead of fill you with toxins and additives that are not supposed to be part of your body, and that disrupts everything from metabolism to your immune system. It is the primary cause of chronic disease. So if you're protecting yourself, you're protecting Mother Earth. So everyday choices and what stores you choose to buy from, what you consume is going to be the most important step. What you put on your body is just as important. So all the hygiene products that you use, make sure that they don't carry all the additives and toxins that are terrible for our bodies and that pollute our environment in turn as well. One of the things that people forget is also the clothing that we wear is a huge determinant of our health. So wearing synthetic clothing is very disruptive to our hormones, as a lot of the new studies are coming out to show. And unfortunately, 70% of our clothing is now made from polyester, which is very, very polluting to the environment. All of that trash that's created and produced is causing tremendous impact on Mother Nature. So reducing that consumption of all of that is really important. Reducing the consumption of all the packaging that we use, right? From plastic to paper is also very damaging to the environment in large quantities. So I grew up in the Soviet times, and I'm not advocating bringing that back, but I just remember going to the store and taking our own packaging, taking our own bags, and coming back without producing any trash. So it's very important that we consider that it is possible to reduce the amount of trash that we're creating that is not going anywhere. It's just polluting our oceans and environments. The other very important step, aside from consumption, it is extremely important, and it's proven now scientifically, if we need it proved, that spending time in nature is one of the most important things you can do for your mental health and physical health as well. It boosts our serotonin production, it improves our mood, and it actually can improve our immunity. So spending time with seeing the green, listening to the ocean, spending time under the sun in the morning and in the afternoon. It's very important for creating that stability, because we were supposed to be nature much more. And the more we disconnect ourselves from nature, the more we think it's normal to live the type of lives that we're living, and disconnect from our bodies, and disconnect from Mother Nature, and in consuming foods and products that are completely deprived of life. So the more we connect and reconnect with nature, plant and eat our, sometimes consume from your own gardens, take your children to nature and have them really understand where the foods are coming from, how animals live in their own habitat. You're going to be raising children that are going to be avid protectors of the environment and Mother Nature. It really is up to us, but we really have to create that awareness from inside out, not just about the earth. It starts in here. So every time you consume a food that was overly processed or doesn't belong in your body, I really would like to invite you to experience what it does to you, how like this lack of harmony that you create in your body, and the ripple effect of that, of creating that lack of harmony in the environment. And conversely, when you are going to the fresh markets, consuming that that interaction with the people that are growing their own foods, when you bring that food and it smells way better, that has the aromas, that has all of those different tastes and flavors, you bring it into your house and you cook it, you just feel in communion with your body, with your own health. You feel in control of your own health, and you feel like you're contributing to improving our environmental health. So we are not separate from nature, we are nature. So on this Earth Day, I really would love to invite you to experience this communion and see how each and every one of your steps is determining the health of our planet and the health of your body, and prevention of disease. And all of those things are intricately connected and actually one and the same. So happy Earth Day. If you're interested in learning more, get in touch with me and we can work on your individual health and well-being, or creating those right conditions in your communities. Thank you so much for listening.